Rejection can be an ugly thing, but how we deal with rejection can be even uglier. I'll talk about that in just a second. The circles in which I travel sometimes bring me in contact with people who sell vintage items. Sometimes it's antiques, sometimes it's books, sometimes it's comics, sometimes it's all sorts of things. And I'm trying to be as vague as possible here because I don't want to identify this guy. I witnessed something that kind of blew my mind. This individual had a rare item, let's just say. And it was valuable, all the way from, I think, the 40s. And he was attempting to sell this item on a platform that you're allowed to sell things sometimes, but it was done in a live manner. And an individual was interested in this item, but wasn't quite sure that he wanted to pay the asking price. Well, the guy selling it began selling other items, and then he began to kind of like say, look, if you're not going to buy this, I'm going to tear it up. I'm going to tear it up. I'm going to tear it up. Several members of the audience were like, no, don't tear it up. Don't tear it up. And people were offering him, lower sums for it, but still significant amount of money for it. And he really lost his cool. He took it and he destroyed it on camera, threw it to the side, and then began to berate the audience and say all manner of really awful things about them and negative stuff to them, which I won't go into. I was just dumbstruck. I watched this and I was like, what? That doesn't even make any sense to me, that sort of behavior. I couldn't get my head around it. But I've thought about it for a few days, and I think maybe I know what's going on here. I may not, but it seems to me that the reaction to the rejection of I want this price for this item was so extreme that he ended up destroying the item altogether and getting nothing for it. You know what? We have to be careful in our life, or we'll do that. It might not be with items we're selling, but it certainly might be our relationships. Sometimes somebody might have something negative to say to you. Maybe you need to do better at something you're doing within your relationship. Maybe you need to have a different attitude about something in your relationship. And if your partner or friend or brother or sister or parent or whoever it might be brings this up, getting mad about it and having a conniption fit really doesn't help things. Evaluating what they said and trying to remember that they care about you as a person in a lot of cases is probably the better response than getting all upset. And I watched this meltdown over this selling an item, and I just could not believe what I was witnessing. It's like, I don't get the money that I'm asking for this item, so I'm going to destroy it and get no money at all. See, it doesn't make sense. That sort of reaction doesn't make sense in our life either. How many relationships have been destroyed by just getting upset over something stupid and pushing it to a point of no return? It's just something to think about. We need to work at loving one another, not at causing problems for each other. We need to show kindness and care for our fellow man. And that's what it's truly about. See you later. Have a great day. And be kind to each other.